Manchester United are through to the round of the quarter-final after beating Burnley by 2-0 at Old Trafford on the round of 16 of the Carabao Cup. Welcome to Rokani Media Football. How are you guys and where are you watching us from? Ericsson first put United ahead in the 27th minute, and then Rashford after 30 minutes in the 57th minute went ahead to double the lead with a very good solo effort coming in from Marcus Rashford that really went ahead to love, and everyone is talking about that solo effort. Close to 78 yards driving the ball past the midfield of Burnley to the defense of Burnley. Martial made a very good diversionary run that really saw defenders really pave space or pave way for Marcus Rashford, and Rashford really went ahead to sit them down and went for a lower bottom corner effort that went into the back of the net, and obviously he went into celebration for Manchester United. Lots of players really had a very wonderful game, but don't forget to subscribe to this channel so as not to miss out on stories that we do upload on a daily. How do we subscribe? Lower right bottom corner, smash the subscription button by smashing it, hit the notification bell that will enable you get notified every time we upload a video onto this channel. Now, we've done the match build up, the match preview is done. You can as well go in the live section. You can watch a match reaction to that game of football that United won 2-0 against Burnley. Then we are into the player ratings, and you know, one thing left is the manager's reaction, and I can't wait to see Erik ten Hag's reaction put out by media to see either go on and react on it, because that is what we want to go on and see what Erik ten Hag has thought about our win today. How did he see the game? Did he get a different analysis altogether from the one that we put out? Because every time he comes out and says things, we go on and react to them, and if at all it comes in late, tomorrow morning it will be the video that's going to usher us into our new day and podcast. Now let's get into the players that really went ahead to play for United. Let's start with Dubravka, the goalkeeper. He really had three howlers that would have really resulted into United conceding. If at all Burnley had some patience, they would have gone ahead to go on and really get us down. But the most important thing is that he was lucky that every time he made a howler, we had numbers in the 18 yards box area of our club. That's it. But if I don't ever had numbers, concentration would have resulted into us conceding. Concentration of Burnley and us having been outnumbered would have resulted into us conceding more goals. So I believe I'm giving Dubravka a 3, because he even miscontrolled a ball that was even going to cross the line to go in the back of the net. You remember that in the first half. So I believe a lot of pressure mounted on him. He's really having a lot of pressure because of the stage of the club of United. You know, when you're playing for United, it comes with a lot of pressure. Few goalkeepers have gone ahead to play in a stadium that has close to 75,000 fans chanting. That's why you saw to it that United were second and almost clinched the title in January of 2020. Do you know why? Because we played in empty stadiums. That really helped players get themselves off the pressure, and obviously they are really playing a very beautiful game. But obviously when fans came back, you saw what happened. So fans contribute a lot. They put there a scary environment that could go ahead and really make you turn out to be a very worst player, yet you have the quality to go on and play. That's why very many people that really raise to the occasion on the match day, they're really given a lot of respect. Now I'm giving him a 3 out of 10. I'm sorry, but I've taken a pop to him. That's it. Aaron Wan-Bissaka, man who last played for United in the game of Liverpool, he played 8 minutes. In these 3 games we played, the build-up games towards this game of football against Cadiz, Everton, and Rio Betis, he played very well, but obviously he doesn't balance the two. He doesn't balance being defensive and being offensive. So in the offensive, he looks ugly. Though today he's the man responsible for that sliding cutback that found Ericsson and then tapped that ball into the back of the net. He really had a very good game with that cutback of his. Having not played football for a very long time, especially competitive football, he came in through and put in an effort. And I'm giving him a 7 out of 10. I'm serious, 7 out of 10. They never really utilized his side where he was defending. He came up front and gave us the most important cutback that resulted into the goal that was registered to him as an assist. A 7 out of 10 is not bad for him. And secondly, what a way to put himself on the market for teams like Wolves, West Ham, and Crystal Palace, who really want him. And I believe now, whoever doesn't have money with that performance, he's not going to go on and have Aaron Wan-Bissaka. That's it. And you might find him into the starting lineup of United as we play Nottingham Forest at Old Trafford. So he might go ahead and do some other assist in that game. And he will have put himself into the market in a very, very, very good way that everyone will go on and say, all right, this lad really deserves some good money to be put onto his name. Then we go to the left back. Malacia, I think I'm going to give him a 6 today. He had a very good game defensively, but late, I think, had he run out of gas? Was Garnacho not tracking back a little bit better? Because he was taken off for Luke Shaw. Reason being, they had turned him into an avenue. They had really tried to launch lots of attacks onto the goal of United via his area, and that's why Erik ten Hag really took him up and bring him Luke Shaw. But a 6 out of 10 is not bad for him. Never played in the World Cup, but was training with the team, and he looked rusty a little bit, but a 6 out of 10 is not bad for Tyrell Malacia. One thing I call for Tyrell Malacia is I want to see him increase on the number of crosses he puts into the final third. Those are the crosses I want to see him put in, because going forward is good, press resistant, but his delivery is really lacking. And for a player like him, I would like to see him put in a minimum of 5 crosses per half. That's a total of 10 per game. So I'm giving him a 6 out of 10. Let's go to the central defense. Victor Lindelof. I think a 6 out of 10, not bad for him. Playing with Casemiro for the very first time. They've never played together in the central defense because Harry Maguire was really ill and he couldn't afford to come in through and play the game of football. Then the manager went in for Casemiro, and Casemiro partnered well with Lindelof. Lindelof, 6 out of 10. Now, let's go to Casemiro playing in the central defense for the very first time at Manchester United. I know at different occasions at Real Madrid, he played in the central defense, but central defense is all about partnership. Him partnering with Lindelof, and they produced a clean sheet today. I really want to fancy him and offer him an 8 out of 10. Good player, confident on the ball. He was there every time we needed him. Apart from that blind pass he really did at the edge of the 18 yards box area of United that almost costed us a goal, but he played very well. And he is playing there for the very first time at United and Lindelof, but the communication in between themselves was great because Casemiro was playing on the right side of the central defense and Lindelof was playing on the left side of the central defense. Very good performance by Casemiro, putting a man of the match performance according to me, and at the end of the video we are going to go in and really tell you who we think the man of the match was. Let's go to the midfield. Scott McTominay, I believe Robin vice versa. Get in Casemiro in the CDM role, get Scott McTominay into the central defense because he's tall and all what he needed was to go on and really defend very well, get that ball from the goalkeeper and pass it. Maybe the manager did this because he wanted a ball passing centre back to see to it that he builds his attacks from the back through the midfield to the attack. I think that's why he did it, because Scott McTominay, we've seen him on several occasions playing as a central defender for Scotland. Yeah, he's good at playing a central defense, but obviously Ten Hag opted for Casemiro and he played very well. So let's go for Scott McTominay. 5 out of 10 because I don't believe that he really put in an effort that could get more than a 5 out of 10. I don't know the rating you are going to give Scott McTominay, but go ahead and really tell me what you think about the rating we're going to give him. Then Eriksen, I'm going to give him a 7. 7, scoring a goal and controlling that midfield. He nearly put the ball wrong. He nearly put his foot wrong. By the time we came to the end of the season, to the end of the Premier League break as we went to the World Cup, Eriksen really looked rusty. He looked rusty, but right now, I think he has gotten some rest. He has recharged his batteries and is back to the player we know him. I'm giving him a 7 out of 10. That is Eriksen, the captain of Denmark, but obviously the player that has always been here for a very, very long time for this team. Then let's go to Bruno Fernandes Borges. He started off very sloppy. He put a foot wrong close to 5 times in the first half, but obviously he came up with that pass that really broke up or opened up the defense of Burnley to find Aaron Wan-Bissaka, who really did a slide cutback to find the unmarked Eriksson, and Eriksson tapped that ball into the back of the net to make it 1-0 for Manchester United. Remember, Eriksson has scored his second goal in his second consecutive game for United. He scored against Fulham, and obviously here he comes again to score this one again for the club. Now, for Bruno Fernandes, 6.5 for me. I believe he was above average. Yes, he was above average, but that yellow card he gets annoys me a lot because it was uncalled for. Why would he go in for it? You know that when you get a yellow card, you're going to miss out on the other game you're going to play in the round of 8. That is the quarterfinals. So he's out because of that sloppy yellow card that he really got. It was uncalled for. He went in for a very stupid tackle, and obviously the referee just gave him the card, and he's missing out on the next game you're going to play. But I'm giving him a 6.5 out of 10. Then let's go to Alejandro Garnacho. Garnacho really played very well according to me, and I have no bad saying about him. He's young, although he missed out on a sitter. I think next time he's going to go on and improve. I know Ten Hag is going to sit him in the video room and tell him, look at that. Next time you do ABCD. You tell Ben McCarthy, show him what you do in such a situation. And I think we learn through mistakes. At the end of 18, I expect him to be going through that process, and is going to turn into a very good player. Because even Lowani, that French striker, missed that when in the final minute of the extra time added before they went to penalties against Argentina. So I believe I don't want to see anyone criticizing Alejandro Garnacho, because he is that man that deserves to get the praise. He needs our support as United fans, because he is young and is learning on the job. Then I'm giving Garnacho a 6 out of 10. Then Marcus Rashford, 8 out of 10 for me. You know, being played off the side that you don't play on regularly, though the World Cup, it's where he scored almost 3 goals from, but we know how he tears apart his opponents when he's playing on the left side. But he was on the right side. He made a very good run. He made some good cutback. And Martial made a very beautiful run for that lad. And obviously, Marcus Rashford found himself on target for United in the 57th minute. Good goal for Marcus Rashford. Obviously, I'm giving him an 8 out of 10. And when he drifted off to the left, you saw the threat he was bringing onto the team of Burnley. So I'm giving him an 8 out of 10. I've seen people criticize the likes of CARABAO, who gave him the man of the match, others criticizing Sky Sports, but I believe he deserves it. He's being played into a position that he rarely thrives in, but he went ahead to show us that he's really a better player even there. Then you find another player known as Anton Martial, who led the line today, released Garnacho in what would have been an assist for him if at all Garnacho really put that ball into the back of the net. He went ahead to have 2 shots on target, and I believe our midfield didn't get him onto the boil out, because he needs to be put onto the boil out. And when you do that, he's going to go on and really do everything that you deserve. But he brought us a lot in the game. I'm not seeing people coming out to give hail to the run he made when Rashford was going to score that goal, when he turned onto the direction where Rashford was coming in from, to create space for him. And if at all you watch that goal very well, the position where Martial drifts from to go on to the right, it's where Marcus Rashford really finds space to pass and obviously face the goalkeeper and really shoot that ball into the back of the net. That's where he really finds space. So I believe I'm giving him a 6.5 out of 10. I believe our center forwards need to go, our midfield needs to go on and really feed him more and more regularly than they've been doing. The other player we are talking about, I think now those are done. The 11 are done. Let's go to substitutes. Luke Shaw, 5 out of 10. Elanga, 5 out of 10. Anthony, 5.5 out of 10. Why? He had two chances to release Bruno and maybe Rashford when he came on through, but he overcarried the ball. I'm giving him a 5.5 out of 10. The other player we're talking about is who came on through? Freddy Rodriguez came in through, 5 out of 10. His work was to chase everyone there. Then Brandon Williams got a nod to come on and play the game of football, and I'm giving him a 5.5 out of 10. So that's it. For the manager, Erik ten Hag, a 7.5 out of 10, not bad for him. Keeping a clean sheet. Players have just returned back. We've gone ahead to win the game of football. What else do you want from a man like Erik ten Hag? Obviously, I'm giving him a 7 out of 10, but Burnley was not a soft nut to crack because they had moments that if at all they concentrated, would have gone ahead to hurt us more and more and more and more. But my man of the match, I'm spoiled for choice between Rashford and Casemiro, but because what Casemiro has done, it can be done by anyone. Even Twanzebe can come in and do it. It's not disrespect, but people have gone ahead to do it. But how many people do you see score a goal like Rashford has gone ahead to score? You know, there are moments that come in through in the game of football that deserve to be honored with a reward on the day. So I would love to go on and name my man of the match as Marcus Rashford of the match. He tied onto my rating with Casemiro on 8 out of 10, but I believe Rashford has gone ahead to put in a shift that everyone really deserves, and that solo goal was really great. Thank you, Marcus Rashford, for returning back. He's firing in from where he ended. Now he has 9 goals for Manchester United. Not so? Let me be exact. Marcus Rashford. He went when he had scored 8 goals for United, if at all I'm not mistaken. 8 goals for United, and his stats for Manchester United are as follows. In the EFL Cup, he has 2 goals. In the Premier League, he has 4 goals. Those are 6. In the UEFA Europa League, he has 3 goals. Those are 9. Those are 9 goals. And when you add on the assists, he has in the Premier League, he has 2, 11. So he's really having a very good year, Marcus Rashford. So he has close to 13 goal involvements minus the goals he scored at the World Cup plus the assist. If I told you add them on, those are 4 because he has even an assist. That means 16 goal involvements this year. Not bad for Marcus Rashford. Goals are 12. If I told you add on the 3 he scored for England at the World Cup, that is good performance for Marcus Rashford. But remember, today when the game of Man City is done with Liverpool, that's when the draw is going to be taken to see who United is going to face. But the following teams are through: Charlton, Nottingham, Manchester United, Wolverhampton Wanderers, Leicester City, Southampton, Newcastle. There is one team left. The winner between Liverpool and Man City, then United is going to be drawn any of those sides. I know I know they would love to have a final of United versus the winner between Man City and Liverpool, because that makes a lot of sense and alarming. But even Newcastle can get United a very good final, but United looks like they are destined to the line of the final. I don't believe you're going to be drawn against Man City or Liverpool. I'm going to be shocked because I know how these things work. These draws, they can be really framed. That's it. Let's wait and see what's going to happen tomorrow. But thank you guys for watching in through. Tell me your player ratings per player and your reactions to every player rating I've given for player. Then go ahead and tell me what you think about my rating on Erik ten Hag, and who do you think we are going to go on and face in the round of 8, that is the quarterfinal. Rokan David is my name. Last video of the day. Thank you for watching in through. I sign out for now. See you later, my mates, because it's always nice having you onto our channel. And may the mighty Lord bless you abundantly. I'm out.